Let's talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. Mental health accommodations in the workplace. Now, you may think that your employer is supportive and understanding when it comes to mental health, but the truth is, this is fake news. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. Now, mental health and the workplace. If you said to me that sharing your mental health issues within the workplace is really helpful and that you will find support, I would say, unfortunately, I think you've been lied to. Now, full disclosure, in the past, I myself have suffered from situational depression. So I'm not too nervous speaking on this topic, but it is sensitive and one where I can only share my perspective. Also, when I speak of not sharing mental health issues, I'm talking about not sharing them at work. I am not saying don't seek help. I'm not saying don't go to your doctor, to a professional, or to those close to you. I'm saying don't expect your workplace to give a shit. Now, I want to share 4 reasons why you may want to keep your mental health to yourself. And I'm going to follow it up with a real eye-opening story that happened to a friend of mine. So, why not share? The first thing is there is stigma and discrimination. Despite the efforts to reduce stigma and discrimination surrounding mental health, it is still prevalent in many workplaces. So sharing your mental health issues could lead to negative attitudes and behaviors from your colleagues, your managers, maybe even your clients. Second, potential for professional consequences. Revealing your mental health issues at work could lead to professional consequences, such as being passed over for a promotion, not being given new assignments, or even termination of employment. Employers may perceive individuals with mental health conditions as unreliable, unable to handle the stress, or incapable of performing their job duties. The third reason is there's an invasion of privacy. While some employers are becoming more accepting of mental health conditions, disclosing such information can still lead to a loss of privacy. Your coworkers, your supervisors may begin to view you differently or treat you with pity or sympathy, which can impact your relationships and your performance. And finally, there's a risk of misinterpretation. Mental health, it is a complex issue and can be misunderstood by those who have not experienced it. Your colleagues or supervisors may not fully understand your condition, which could lead to a misinterpretation of your behavior, your performance, and your abilities. Now, this isn't to say that everyone is out to get you. What I'm saying is that work people, they don't really care. I know of a specific HR manager who would laugh and call a person who shared some serious information, call them crazy, call them loopy. I know that most people are so inundated with their work and their worlds that if you share some of this perceived illness, they will look at you like you're more of a liability, and they will want to find a reason that you're not working out. Let me share a little story. Here in Canada, we have a large media company, Bell. They do an annual promotion for mental health. It's Bell Let's Talk. So the idea here is to talk about mental health for you to reach out and share so that we can remove the stigma. And this is cool. Now, around the time of their campaign this year recently, a close friend of mine was literally having a mental breakdown due to work. He is a very proud person. So for him to share this with me, not easy. For him to share it with his work and need to request time off, absolutely tore him apart. But he needed to do it. He needed that time. After talking to someone that the company appointed as a professional, it was determined he didn't have any mental health issues. I know for a fact that he did, and he still does. I'm there for him 100%. But I feel like this, let's talk about it. Let's be there for each other as companies' employees. I feel that is 100% bullshit. Companies preach about how they are there for everyone, but in my experience, this is only for a public persona. It's not true, not in the least. Now, listen, you need to have someone to talk to. You need to talk with a professional. If it's deemed that sharing this information at the workplace is necessary for you to do, then do it. But make sure that you're making a decision knowing that you're talking to another human being, knowing that you are talking to someone who may share this behind your back, who may laugh it off. And I, by no stretch of the imagination, am telling you to sweep it under the carpet. I'm telling you from a place of experience that as much as we want people to understand, it's hard. So I would only trust this information if you are, one, okay with it and you own it. And if you do, fucking fantastic. But if you don't, make sure you're sharing it with the right people, the people that will support you. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be work. I know, sucks.